Yo man, what's good with y'all? Today we are breaking down the builder. Yes, the character builder for ESG Football 24. So look man, this has been very interesting because I feel personally, I've only played 2K maybe 16, 17, 22. Nah, I didn't even play 22. I played 23, right? And so we all know that the 2K builder is dope. Gives you so many different abilities to create demigods and different type of builds and different things that you want to do, right? But what we have here with ESG football is, I believe, something a little bit different. I'm not even gonna say a little bit different. Really, it's a pretty big difference. But I think that they took, from what I could tell, it seems as if they took all of the best things from 2K and maybe even other video games and in customization and different things like that, to where they've created something of their own with 19 unique attributes and over, I believe it's 500 different archetypes. That's crazy, man. That's super crazy to think about. So right here, you see with some of these abilities, right? Pick, fourth skill, backbreaker, bruiser, bulldozer, bull rush, dimer, glue hands, guardian, gunslinger, jackrabbit, lane stuffer, patroller, return man. And as you can see, you can scroll down. And so it's like looking at some of these, dimer, gotta be something with quarterback. Bull rusher, gotta be something with the defensive line. You know, dope. Backbreaker, I don't know what backbreaker is. I don't know what that one is, but guardian, that has to be something with the offensive line. Jackrabbit, I'm thinking something maybe along a safety. I know Troy Polamalu, for those who don't know who Troy Polamalu is, he the GOAT, but I could see, you know, something like that, because they referred to Troy Polamalu as a jackrabbit, you know, someone who's able to free roam and kind of not necessarily have any assignment because their instincts of the game is so good, so they were able to just roam around and read the field. I don't know. Return man, that speaks for itself. I'm pretty sure you're finna be shifty, moving, all the different type of stuff, you feel me? But I really do think that, man, they're on the brink of building something that is gonna be unique in its own. Of course, everyone's gonna do is comparisons and different stuff like that, because as people, that's just what we do. But to achieve 500 archetypes is crazy. And from my understanding, your weight, your height, all that has to do with the speed, with, you know, if you're able to be tackled easily. Do cats gotta hit you low? Do they hit you high? All those different type of things. And if you did not know, you will be playing both sides of the ball. I don't know if you knew that, but you will be playing both sides of the ball. So yeah, so let's say, for example, if you are a corner, or no, let's say you're a wide receiver and you 5'5", and you over here trying to, you know what I'm saying, juke cats out or whatever, be super quick and shifty. I don't know if you're gonna be any good on defense. You know what I'm saying? So all those different type of things you have to take into consideration. If you a running back or a linebacker and, you know, you 300 pounds, 300 pounds and you like 6'2", on offense, the only position you might be able to play is offensive line. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So it's just all those different type of things you have to take into consideration. And I think that that's dope, because one thing I will say is what I hope that they do with this builder. I hope that, yes, of course, we're able to make our demigods. That's why you want to play the game. You want to see, okay, I want this build, I want that build, and you want to grind from rookie to legend. You feel me? You want that grind, you want to put that work in. And that's dope. But what I do hope is that when there is demigod builds, there's also a counter. I want to see a counter to the demigod builds. That I think would be fire, and it'll make the gameplay more refreshing. Why? Because when you have a demigod build and there's no other build in the game that you can make that could counter that, or it don't work properly, it kind of make it, it's you know, what we say is cheese, you feel me? It's just cheese, like it's easy. Like it make it to where it's like, what's the purpose? And then now you got everybody trying to have the same build because you can't stop it. So then at that point, it's like, it takes out the variety of the game, you feel me? And so I think that if they do create demigod builds, that there should definitely be a demigod build that's a counter to that other demigod build. I think that'd be dope. So for example, if you have a crazy 6'7" wide receiver that's topped out at 97 speed, you should be able to make a corner that could be a demigod build to that. You know what I'm saying? And when you play 7-on-7 or you play 11-on-11, which by the way is all user controlled, which is super fire. And if you don't got a squad of people to play with, they got over 200 or 300 different AIs that you can choose from. Over 200 to 300 different AIs you could choose from? That's crazy, bro. And not just any type of AI, right? We're talking celebrities, we're talking bodybuilders, we're talking Hall of Famers, athletes. Like, that's crazy, man. In the trailer, I think I seen Randy Moss, I seen Michael Vick. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bruh. I'm trying to have Vic as my quarterback if I'm playing receiver, if I ain't got nobody to play with. Vic finna be throwing me the ball. So it's just like, it's crazy, man. It's super dope. But let's look at this. With some of these things we see acceleration, we see agility, short arm accuracy, long arm strength, right? All these things are things that we've seen before in Madden, right? But what I'm loving is this right here, okay? This is what I'm loving, okay? So when you see downhill run, power run, spin, stiff arm, truck, right? Then you see deep ball distance. I feel like there's a couple more things in here that ESG has that other football games just they don't have. Look at that, like even strip. Pause, wait. When I say strip, I'm talking about taking off your clothes. I'm talking about tackling. I'm talking about usually you'll see tackling and hit power, right? No, they got tackling, strip, and hit power. And then of course we've seen the pursuit before. So it's like, that's crazy to think about, man. Like just the fact that they have a little bit more in here that you're going to be able to specifically tune to make your character, to make your creation, to make your guy, to make your next demigod, to make your next build OP. That's fire. Let's see what else they got. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, this is what I wanted to get into right here. Badges, right? The fact that you can grind badges. Of course, again, we make the reference to 2K. We already know. But let's look at some of the names on these badges, right? You got basket catch, fearless. Fearless look like you just flying around the field and just doing crazy stuff. Business decision, diamond hands, eye downfield, fancy feet, jump ball, active hands, soft hands, slick release, separator, rocket catch, twinkle toes, sticky hands, play extender. Like, that's fire, man. Like, there's gonna be so much I believe that you can do, and as you can see, you can go from bronze to silver to gold. I'm guessing it's going from Hall of Fame legend to GOAT. Bruh, this game, if they do it right, this game has the potential to truly be, and I'm going to say it, the Madden killer. I'm telling you, if they do it right, it will be the Madden killer. Already off rip, when Madden came out just recently with their newest addition to the Madden series, Madden 24, 3v3 was so fun. Playing 3v3 was so fun because of the fact of it's literally you versus another person. We're not talking AI. We're not talking computer generated, predetermined, a simulation of who's gonna get this or who's gonna get that. No, at the end of the day, and don't get me wrong, yes, there are moments in that, even on 3v3, where it's like, what the hell am I watching? What the hell is going on? But for the most part, when you play 3v3, it is player versus player, controller versus controller, imano, and who got the better stick game? That's what 3v3 is about. And the fact that ESG Football 24 is giving you 7v7 and 11v11 all being controlled by players, that's beautiful. Because the outcome of the game is literally going to be based upon your communication, how well you guys play together, and your individual stick game. That is incredible. All the way down to the offensive line. Come on, bro. And knowing me, I sit there and make a do for the trenches. I'll sit there and make a left tackle, a right tackle. Make sure you don't touch the quarterback. I'll sit there and do it just because I've never been able to do that. Just because I've never had the opportunity or knew what it'd be like to play that position or to be a center or a tight end. Why? Because no other game has really offered that for the most part. Not to this extent. Of course, that we, you know, as people, we find mods and different things like that, or just different workarounds and different stuff. But yo, for a game to come out the gate and say you have access to all of this, that's a beautiful thing. And if they do it right, I'm telling you, this is going to be the Madden killer. So I am super excited, man. Like that slick release is gonna be crazy. But me, I'm a defensive dude. So at the end of the day, I'm trying to make the best shutdown corner that there is, so I could go against every single wide receiver that want to talk that stuff and understand that against me, he ain't gonna be able to walk that walk. I'm letting cats be on notice right now. When you see me coming through, whether it's in the stadium, whether it's in the backyard at the park, when you see me coming through, when you see that name, I ain't even gonna tell you the name. I feel for to tell you the name. When you see that name, Willie Gardner's coming through, I'm telling you right now, line up on the other side of the field. Because if you come to my side, son, they're not even gonna know who you are. I'm taking you out the game, period. Taking you out the game, bruh. Let's get back to this screen right here, right? So what I'm interested in is I wanna see what the drip game gonna be like. Now, from the trailers and different things that I've seen, and this is just a little side note, when it comes to customization, because we're talking about the builder, right? But let's also talk about customization. You see my man's got the full sleeve with the armbands, and then he got the gloves on, and then he got the half sleeve on one side, then he got the little quarter sleeve at the top. That's pretty standard, right? And I think that that's dope. I'm glad that they put that into the game. But I'm curious, I want to know, when it comes to being on that field in the backyard, right? What are you able to do? Like in the trailer, you see you got cats that got towels on their head, they got backpacks on, they got all these different type of things, and that's super dope. Even when it comes to the builder, when it comes to creating a character, can you have tattoos? I don't know. I haven't seen anything like it, but I feel like that'd be super dope. From how it's looking, I doubt that they'll have tattoos, but that's just something to think about. Is that a possibility to create generic sleeves? I've seen it, you know, through mods from NCAA football revamped. I've seen it through mods for people who create mod packs for Madden. They just create generic arm sleeves and just try to make it look as realistic to players' personality or who they are, you know, in real life. And I think that that's super dope. So that's just something I'm just worried. Not worried about, but that's something that I'm wondering about. Is like, yo, will there be tattoos? And I don't know. We'll have to see. So with all that being said, man, I want to know down in the comment section, what do you think about this game? If you've heard about this game, and if you haven't heard about this game, I will encourage you to check it out, bro. I do believe that if they do it right, they can be the Madden killer, for real. Because they're offering something that just hasn't been offered before on this side of the field, no pun intended. And when I say this side of the field, I mean they are taking, I feel, the best things from 2K and maybe other games, and they put it into football, in the world of football. They're giving you complete control over your character, and that is something that we have not had. Why do you think people play all these RPGs and the role-playing games and the MMOs and all these different type of things? Why? Because they have complete control of their character, and they're able to create a person or a personality and watch him grow. So this is what the football world has been wanting when it comes to gaming, and ESG Football 24 is trying to give that to us. So I hope that this just goes well and things continue to move forward, man. I don't want no delays. I am ready to get my hands on this game. So like I said, in the comment section, let me know what you guys think, what you guys hopefully maybe want to see when it comes to not just the builder, but just the game in general. Man, just let me know. It's your boy. You already know what it is, Willie Gardner.